All right, so New Balance collection part 2. Man, if you missed part 1, go check that out after this video. I showed about, I don't know, 40 different pairs of New Balance that are in my collection, and it doesn't matter what order in which you see them. I just got tired and I'm doing a part 2. So welcome back if you checked out part 1, and make sure you subscribe if you're new around here and you like New Balance, because I'm a New Balance guy, straight up, as seen here. So let's get into this. I'm excited any chance I get to talk about New Balance, period. I have a new pickup that I'm gonna share with you guys in a second, but let me dig something up. You know when you see this concepts box that there's something glorious inside, and that is exactly what I'm gonna show you guys. Tannery 998s. Look at this glorious sneaker in 998s. The midsole right there, how they have that little color hit, that's my favorite feature on the entire sneaker. That's why I was so obsessed with 998s back in the day when they went on a crazy run, and this was a part of it. That's what the Made in USA cards used to look like. Step aside, Joe Fresh Goods. Oh, I guess I can do a quick comparison here real quick. For those of you that might not visually see a difference between the 990 V4 and the 990 V3, this is what it is. I could totally see how people could think these two shoes are the same. There's some subtle differences, but for the most part, they fit and feel the same. Hot take, but I'm actually a little partial to the V3, but the V4 is obviously awesome as well. Okay, let's get into an Aime Leon Dore collab, because these I feel like have almost been a tad bit forgotten. These are the 650s, and I like this model better than the 550. Everywhere you go, you see the 550. You don't see the 650 that often, and this high top version I feel like just really grabs that time period of old school basketball when everyone wore a high top shoe because they thought that was how you protect your ankles. I've just always been partial to these. And while we're at it, let's talk about some 550s. This was my first pair of 550s. We've got the yellow and white colorway. These were hard to get, believe it or not. They were definitely a little bit difficult to get. Now we've seen every collab under the sun, but this one right here, I just think is clean. All right, I gotta ditch the jacket. Where are we going next? How about some Joe Fresh Goods action? Look at the way the pink pops on here. Performance Arts Pack. This was probably the most sought after pair, but the least wearable. And I wanted to get one that was wearable and one that was loud. So I got the pinks and I got the sage. The 993, man, just beautiful. And you know what I really like about New Balance? They're dependable. Say you just want a good pair of shoes. Say you're not a sneaker guy like me and you're on their website and you just want to come across something that is stylish, wearable, comfortable, and you stumble across the 2002 R, I'd be willing to bet that this was someone's entry-level shoe into the brand. I'm such a detail junkie that this little tan hit right here on the toe box, that's the whole reason why I bought this shoe. Where are we going? Where are we going? How about some older Made in USA stuff that we got right here? Oof. Oof. People might not even know about this pair exclusive to Kith. I mean, look at that icy blue suede. This was a pair that I was actually able to get in store. I walked into Kith, New York City, got a pair, and that's always a good experience. Look at that inner lining, also in that icy blue. Gotta respect the 990 V2, just has to be the right colorway. Okay, let's do another Kith pair, and I wish that I had the original Daytonas, but I don't. I'll take these instead. Look at that pigskin suede. Top notch, top notch. A little bit of tan leather hit on the back. If you're looking at this like, oh, I don't know about New Balance, I've never tried them out, I've never actually had a pair, well, allow me to introduce you to some incredible ones. I've had some pretty good luck getting pairs of New Balance from Kith because they do a good job. The tiers that they have set up right now and the fact that they sometimes send out early access emails to people that have supported the brand and bought pairs previously, I really like that. We have a lot more Made in USA stuff. What do we got here? Just look at the cover here. Made. And then it gives you a little message about what Made is underneath the lid. 990 V2s. Look at the material on the end, almost how they do on varsity jackets with that chenille patch. I love this pair. It's such a sleeper. With the Boston College colors here, this is definitely a good fall option. You wouldn't believe the amount of sneakers that are down by my feet right now. It's crazy. Now what? Let's get into my newest pickup, and I gotta just appreciate being in the area of New Balance because I ordered these yesterday and they showed up today, and that's definitely a perk of being an hour away from the headquarters and the warehouse that they keep these at. So I grabbed these because I was due for a new pair, and I'm going to Italy tomorrow. I'm gonna be walking around a ton. I don't wanna have to coordinate outfits. I want something that's just gonna go. So I had to snag a fresh pair of gray 993s. You wanna talk about a shoe that you can walk into any New Balance store and get. If you've been to the outlets, they're there. If you wanna grab a pair online, they're linked for you down below. Just the way that these shoes arrive, you just know they're different. The feel of getting a made in USA pair is different than anything else. And I gotta throw in actually some sail laces. They come with the white, but I think some sail laces would look pretty good on here. Maybe I'll rob these 991s and toss them in here. But that's just beauty right there, especially if you have wide feet. Now what? How about a little heat next? How about a little bit of heat? Look at that made in USA box. Check out that label. That's 3 9s right there. I am so ready for this model to come back. It's close. It really is close as far as what the better shoe is. I mean, I've been on record saying this is my favorite New Balance of all time. I'll probably stick with that, but right behind it, I mean, the Kennedys, come on. Look at that transition of tans and grays, that 990 on the back, the sailing flags on the insole that you probably can't even see right there. And these shoes just go so well with the Nautica gear that I wear because they also have a nautical theme. If you didn't know, I did a collab with Nautica not that long ago. We did some reversible jackets, some sweatshirts, some hoodies, some sweaters, and it all goes so well with New Balance, period. Like, I mean, come on, look at the back of that. You're telling me that just look, man, I feel amazing when I'm rocking these two together. This is New England for you. Don't let the polos that you see from Vineyard Vines and the flip-flops and all that make you think that that is what New England is all about. I can't get off track, but while we're talking about apparel, you know, I just got some vintage New Balance windbreakers. You know I got some of these in the stash. These are fresh out of the 80s and the 90s. This guy right here is just my favorite. Look at the patch on the arm here. These guys just go crazy. They are that statement windbreaker for me when I just want a little bit of attention in the streets. Okay, where are we going next? How about more made in USA? These blue boxes are on the newer side, and I'm not gonna say the color of this shoe because I just cannot pronounce it. It's insane. It's like isthmus or something like that. It's crazy. I just can't even say it. This is regarded as one of the best from the Teddy Santis packs that have released, period. And I kind of agree. Because that purple you don't see on anything else. Let's keep it moving. We got a lot more to get into. This is just insane. I guess I'll go a little bit faster here. Another pair of made in USA's, also from the Teddy collection. This pair is such a sleeper. This is such a sleeper, and this whole thing is just getting a little bit insane. Most people don't like this shoe because it's orange, right? You see it and you're like, wow, that's an orange shoe. That's gonna be hard to pull off. In person, it is a dark orange. If you can pull off a dark red shoe, you can pull off these in the same exact way. In the fall, mixed with some earth tones, forget about it. Look at that, by the way. Just history right here. This is the pair that hurts me the most, the 996. I've had many 996s, made in USA pairs, j.crew collabs. I don't have any right now, because I ran through most of them but there's a newer pair that I absolutely want. More Aime collabs. I'll be real quick with this since I already talked about this 650, but this colorway, if you saw the floor right now, you'd have a panic attack. There's a very narrow walkway to the camera. The rest, all shoes. Staying on brand with ALD, another fall option that I haven't broke out yet, and I told you guys how much I really like this boot. They also have Vibram outsoles. I haven't worn them yet. I'm really keeping these on ice, but Vibram soles on here, big difference. Vibram makes incredible soles. I cannot believe that more people weren't into this model. It's absolutely a good one. What are we doing here? More made in USA? Why not? How about some 997s? I actually got these from Stadium Goods. And at the time they reached out, they wanted to do promo. They wanted to, you know, sponsor a video where I get some hyped up shoes from them, I show my audience, and that's that. But I said, hey, I wanna make a New Balance video. I want some pairs that I wasn't able to get, and I just wanna make it all New Balance focused. They were like scratching their heads. They're like, you don't want Yeezys? I got this pair, a Bodega collab, definitely some other ones. I forget exactly which pairs I got. It was a while ago, but I did a how-to style video for New Balance, which I am due to do another on, but for some reason this shoe just reminds me of that time. We are getting to the thick of it. Gray Day from last year, some 550s. I think I got these from Champ Sports. Nice little pair. I like what New Balance is doing with the Gray Day thing. They should absolutely have a day. There's no better gray than New Balance's gray. I mean, they just have so many different shades of it, and they do it all well. It doesn't get any better than that. And if we're gonna talk about gray, we have to talk about these, the 990 V6. These things have seen some miles, but having the OG gray pair in the collection was just a must. Let me know if you guys have grabbed any V6s. I have another pair that I'm gonna break out that is one of my favorites. More Joe Fresh Goods, huh? And, oh, I thought I already showed these. I guess I didn't, but 993s. This is just a video of 993s. I can't believe how many pairs I have, but the sage green from the Performance Arts Pack. I absolutely love this shoe. And if you've ever wondered what the tanneries look like next to it, it is kind of similar. It's kind of a similar shade, but the Joe Fresh Goods are just a little bit lighter. How about another collab, huh? Levi's and New Balance, you did your thing. This is definitely one of those shoes that needs to be worn. You see the denim panels. I love the 580 tongue, the flashes of pink. This is just a really awesome shoe. These were on my top 10 sneakers of 2023 list. If you want to go back and check that video out. How about another pair of 990 V6s? Hot take here, but this, in my opinion, is the best 990 V6 that we've seen released. And we've seen some good ones. The Action Bronson collab, some inline colorways. Okay, now I think we have one left. All right, I'm exhausted. Before we get into this last pair, please do me a favor. If you enjoyed this video, because it was a lot of work to dive into all of these New Balance, please hit that thumbs up button for me. Make sure you subscribe if you are new around here. But I just recently featured these on my Instagram. What Joe Fresh Goods has done with New Balance has been very fun to watch. And this pair in particular, this was the one that I saw and I was like, all right, he's got me hooked. He has got me hooked. Like, what's he gonna put out next? So these are the 990 V3 outside clothes. And this pair, when I saw them, just knew I had to have them because they're not gonna show a lot of wear with that tan and gum outsole. And you just don't see stuff like this on this model. So I'm excited to see what New Balance does next. What's after the 1906R, because this is definitely the shoe of 2024 from New Balance. Hopefully something good. Don't let me down. Please make sure you subscribe before you get out of here. Check out some of my other videos. That is a wrap for me. Thank you guys so much. I'll catch you next time. Peace.